So, yesterday I wanted to play one of my Steam games and I decided to open the store page. I don't remember why. Maybe I wanted to see the new reviews or maybe I wanted to buy something. I don't know. The point is that I opened the store page for that game. I browsed through the new games that have been launched for the day or maybe for the month. And I was about to buy a new game when something caught my attention, and it was a little notice that appears now at the right to the right of your cart when you are about to buy something, and it says something very interesting. Now I don't know how long that has been there. Maybe it's been there for days, months, years. I don't know. But my point is that this is the first time that I see it. I could swear that that wasn't there, but it is now. And let me show you what this says. I hope I'm doing this properly. It says a purchase of a digital product grants a license for the product on Steam. For full terms and conditions, please see the Steam subscriber agreement. And this was interesting because, well, up until this point, I knew that my Steam games weren't really mine, but I didn't pay much attention to that until now because I don't know about you guys, but I never read license agreements or the license for anything basically. I don't know if I'm alone there, but I don't read that. So I clicked on the Steam subscriber agreement, and if you scroll down a little bit to the licenses section, it says that, well, a bunch of legal jargon, and it says something. Oh, here it is. Your license confers no title or ownership in the content and services. To make use of the content and services, you must have a Steam account, and you may be required to be running the Steam client and maintaining a connection to the internet. The most important part is this one. Your license confers no title or ownership in the content and services, and this one as well. The content and services are licensed, not sold. I'm going to read that again for you guys. The content and services are licensed, not sold. This is very important because it made me think a lot about a video that I watched many months ago, maybe years. I don't remember how long it's been. From Louis Roseman. He's a very big YouTuber. He talks about ownership and piracy and all of that. And in one video, he discussed this topic about how we are starting to lose ownership of most digital products that we own. And one of those things is, well, Steam games, because I don't know, I knew that I didn't own the games that I'm going to switch scenes again. I knew that I didn't own any of my games, maybe in my subconscious, but I didn't realize it until now because in my mind, I was like, well, when I'm giving someone money for something, I own that, right? Just like with physical games, but that's not the case. And I do feel like most people either don't realize this or maybe they don't want to see it. But this is an interesting topic for me because it makes me think about how much money I have spent on platforms like Steam, and I don't even own any of that content that I have purchased. And Steam can just remove the content that I have purchased without warning, and they can cancel my Steam subscription, and I will lose access to everything. And I don't know about you guys, and maybe you guys are not gamers, but I'm going to get to that point where it will matter to most of you, even if you are not gamers. I have a ton of games on Steam. I'm gonna show you briefly. I own a ton of games on Steam. I have like maybe 100 games, maybe a little less, but I don't believe I'm even close to what most people have I do believe that most of you guys or some people have hundreds or even thousands of games on Steam that you guys have purchased over the years, and this can all be taken away at any point. I'm gonna switch scenes again. I hope this thing is recording because I'm. It's not the first time that I forget to click on record. Well, and this I went into this rabbit hole about ownership, and it made me think a lot about how we no longer own anything that is sold online. I was thinking about, well, how long is it going to be before we don't own anything that we purchase online? How is that future going to look like? But that future is now. Just think about how all of the content that you have purchased or watched or read over the last few years. If you're not a gamer, okay, let's think about movies. How many of those movies that you have watched over the last 5 years do you actually own? Probably none of them, because you stream all of them on Netflix, Disney Plus, Prime Video, Hulu, Max, any of those services, and you don't own any of those movies. You just stream them, and you are allowed to watch those movies while they are on those platforms, but they can be taken away at any point. And you might be wondering, well, I have purchased some movies on my Prime Video account or my YouTube account, whatever, but that's basically the same thing. It's like that movie is linked to your account, and that account can be suspended or eliminated at any point, and that content is gone. It's just a more permanent way of having that account, but it's not like a permanent solution. And let's say that you don't watch movies and you don't play video games. Well, the same thing goes for books. And the biggest player out there for digital book reading and purchases is Kindle from Amazon, which is basically the same thing as Amazon Prime Video and all of that. The point is that when you purchase one of your books on Kindle, you're just receiving a license to read that book, and that license can be taken away, and that book can be removed from your account. And that has happened. A few months ago, there was this video that went a little viral about this guy saying that his copy of 1984 was removed from his library, and that's because apparently Amazon had issues with the editorial that sold them the rights to that book, and they didn't have the rights for that book, so Amazon didn't have it, so they just removed that book from everyone's library without notice. And that was scary, because it's like, well, I gave you money for that book, now you are just going to take it away. Now later, Amazon, after all the backlash, offered refunds or copies of that book from another editorial. But the point is that you don't own any of your stuff anymore. And you guys at this point might be wondering, well, yes, it's that's what happens with most of the stuff that you purchase online. You're just receiving a license, but it worries me that this is starting to take place in the physical world now, because most companies are trying to suck you into this subscription world and tell you that you need to buy a subscription for basically everything. I remember that there was this video about a guy that said that, well, his printer stopped working because he stopped paying for a subscription, and so the printer stopped printing. So I don't know if that's true, but I'm not sure that's going to be crazy to hear about. And what's going to happen when companies just tell you that, well, if you don't pay for a subscription, you're going to if you don't pay us a subscription, your keyboard is going to stop working. If you don't give us if you don't pay a monthly fee, your mouse is going to stop working. If you don't give us a monthly subscription for something, your headset is going to stop working. I don't know, guys. I know that I'm starting to go in a different direction, because now we are talking about subscriptions, and well, that's a whole other rabbit hole. Subscriptions can be fine because they allow you to have access to a lot of stuff that you don't usually have, but at the same time, you don't own anything anymore thanks to subscriptions as well. So I don't know, guys. Sorry about this little rant. I just wanted to vent a little because this was like an existential crisis for me. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Subscribe if you haven't. I hope we can reach 100 subscribers by the end of the year. Thank you, and see you in the next one.